Hello and welcome. This is rooflemonger, my friends. So I was recently at EWC France watching a lot of great Fatal Fury action, and a lot of people were wondering, hey, maybe they'll show like a season 3 announcement for Fatal Fury in France, because it's a big deal, big tournament, biggest tournament for the game in a while, and what better place than here? And we didn't get anything. But how about instead of a giant esports tournament, we just do this on a random Tuesday instead? So yes, we now have the official Season 3 drop for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, and we got at least 4 characters coming. I say at least because I don't know if they're going to play their full hand just yet, because this is just the era of guest characters, and we don't got a guest character. We do have more lovely animatics, showing some of the DLC characters that have already come in the past, like a Mr. Karate, like Kim Jae-hoon, Wolfgang Krauser, just all the animated stuff they put out for Fatal Fury. It's fantastic. I love it, right? We got Blue Mary. We somehow have Geese Howard getting his King of Fighters invite, because yes, Fatal Fury is a King of Fighters tournament, but he's dead. So who gave him the invite exactly? Questions better left for a philosopher, perhaps. But yeah, Kenshiro, who just came out. But then we got new people. We got Rick Strowd. Now, we pretty much already knew Rick was coming. We're going to talk more about the characters later. But yeah, we have Duck King. People have been very vocal about Duck King from the start, so that's a very, very big deal. We got the contender for history's greatest monster, Kim Kaphwan. And the one that left a lot of people kind of scratching their head, because we've already had like the teaser, we have Laocorn, the villain of Fatal Fury, the motion picture, who has never been canonical, well, till right about now. And we got Terry giving us a bit of a send-off here, which also is an explicit reference to Fatal Fury, the motion picture as well. So that's a lot of stuff. At minimum, this puts us at 10 characters for the year, which is absolutely insane. And I'm not convinced there's still not a couple more left at the end as well. Like a surprise guest character announcement somewhere down the line. That feels like what they would do. But again, 10 characters for the year. If that's not bang for your buck, I don't know what is. Like, that's absurd. And we're finally hitting some of the characters people really want, like Duck King. We're getting people like Laocorn, which again, is weird. He's the boss from Fatal Fury, the motion picture. And he has a very different fighting style. Let's play the old game of how much footage can I use without getting copyright striked. But yeah, he has like energy projection, like supernatural powers, basically. He has the armor of Mars, which gives him effectively godlike power. And in fighting game terms, would play basically like an anime character, less so traditional like Fatal Fury style character. Also, the armor of Mars can literally turn into actual Mars, the god of war. So maybe first guest character is Kratos to take him down. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. But yeah, there's a lot of silly stuff. So now let's talk about some of the actual characters. Again, some of the animatics here, some of the existing characters. But we do have all new people, like Rick Strowd. So Rick was already kind of hinted at before, and now we know for sure. So Rick's always been pretty popular given how relatively obscure he is, making his debut in Real Bout Fatal Fury 2, The New Challengers, and he's a Native American boxer. Kind of a greatest hits of boxers, if you will, so a lot of speedy moves, speedy jabs, big power moves as well. He's got devastating haymakers that'll just blast you, but also very quick evasive backsteps and, dashing punches. I could easily see this translating over pretty well to the actual, mainline Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. People like boxers, and, you can do a lot of cool stuff with boxing in a fighting game. It's been demonstrated many times, so I'm sure Rick will be pretty sick. Then we got Duck King. So Duck King has a giant duck there. It says it's the King of Kings? What? This looks like a false idol in an old Bible movie, not gonna lie. And Duck King gives us an idea of who the villain might be. As the story will continue, we'll get into that in a moment, but you can see Laocorn in the background, so Laocorn taking over Duck King's humble dance club? Maybe that's why he gets in the fight? But yeah, Duck King is just the most 90s character. That's really the only way to kind of put it. He's a product of his time. Like, he dances, he's funky fresh, like, he's just a wild dude. Always has a bunch of little chickadees with him as well. No, they're not ducks, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles on that. Moveset wise, he's kind of all over the place, to be real. Like, in some games, he even has a super 360 command grab. So, like, it's a real grab bag of odd stuff. And Duck King's always been brave enough to ask the question that we've all been asking for a long time. Where's the D? You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that won't have totally different connotations decades later. But yeah, Duck King, good guy. So going from good guy to bad guy, Kim Kaphwan. Real scumbag if you ask me. Raised 2 middling children. Although I've gone on record, I've forgiven Jae-hoon, so there's that. But daddy, So actually about that, since Jae-hoon plays a lot more like Kim does, I figured there would just be no Kim because we already have like the closest analog. But hey, here he is. So maybe they'll be playing with like a newer moveset for Kim, an older version of Kim, you know, more of a mastery. Like say how Mr. Karate has currently in City of the Wolves. And then there's Laocorn. So again, expect some anime nonsense. He's from the movie, does all sorts of weird stuff with his superpowered, overpowered armor of Mars. Gameplay wise, till we get a preview, who even knows? But there is one thing I want to point out, and that comes with the recent Krauser addition to the game. So when Krauser came out, we had the Southtown Chronicles, and we had the new Wolves Destiny added. So Wolves Destiny is like more than just the usual arcade stuff, right? So we have like just a branching choose your own adventure story, sort of, with multiple endings. And like, I thought it was a great addition to the game. Like, to do everything only takes maybe 2 hours, but it's cool. I like it a lot. And you know, this is basically like the story of Krauser set up his son, finally lets Kine be the villain he was supposed to be from the start. But that's that, and that story is told. But then there's coming soon. What else could be coming soon if not the story of Laocorn and the armor of Mars and all that stuff, right? So a new addition to Southtown and all the silly stuff that is, you know, coming for the game. So we sort of knew, given the previews, that like something was going to happen, but still, again, at least 10 characters in 1 year. If there's another game that's done anything like that, let me know in the comments, because I can't think of anything in recent memory, to say the least. And again, I think they're being tricky like SNK tends to be tricky. I still think they're going to go for that one a month. Like, I think they're going to go for the full 12. Got some guest characters that maybe aren't ready to be announced just yet, can save for a big occasion down the road. And plus, a character a month for the year, that's like a PR victory. Like, and they can say, like, no, we did this and no one else is ever going to catch up. It's not like they haven't pulled stunts like that before. I think King of Fighters 15. And just like, oh no, here's Rugal, here's Gonitz. Just new characters that we didn't announce them. Just, they're here. Have fun. But that's pure speculation. We'll see where this goes. But yeah, good stuff. Very impressive. You got Rick, you got Duck King, you got your fan favorites. I'm sure somebody wanted Kim. Not me, but I'm sure somebody's happy. And Laocorn's just weird, but in a fun way. Like, taking this old movie that's not canonical and then making it canon like 30 years later? Sure, why not? Anyways, my friends, that is the breakdown of what we currently know for what's happening in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. If you got something to say, and I'm sure you do, please post in the comments below. Whenever this all drops, I'm sure there'll be a big patch. You know, Mr. Karate could probably be taken down a peg. Although, at EWC, despite a lot of Mr. Karate's early on, things actually went pretty good. Like, there wasn't just overrun with Mr. Karate in top 8. So we'll see. But anyways, my friends, that's it for me, and that's it for the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Fatal Fury.